right, so I get a lot of questions and hear a lot of confusion around the subject of compound interest. What is it? Why do you need it? Why is this such a popular topic among all the financial experts? So this video is going to be a relatively quick video explaining that, but I'm going to try not to go off on any rabbit trails because this could easily become a half an hour or longer. So compound interest is basically where you are putting money into an account, and you know when you invest in your savings account and you gain interest over the course of that year. Well, compound interest is when that interest that you earn gains interest as well the next year, and it builds up. So it's a very powerful financial concept that a lot of people use to grow their financial savings and their investments and everything exponentially over the course of a period of time. Kind of like the stock market, it doesn't happen overnight. You need to plan for it, but it's a big deal. People use the stock market for compound interest as well, but that's not the only avenue. I have my notes here so I don't miss anything. So if I'm looking down, don't worry about that. But it's a big deal among all the financial experts because that is one way you can get ahead. It's putting your money in, and even if you don't invest anything else, then you'll still be gaining money every year, depending how much you put in. You'll be gaining money every single year towards your future. So what is it and why is it important? Well, let me give you an example of compounding. I wrote this down with all the numbers so I don't forget them off the top of my head. So I'm going to be looking down at my screen. But let's say we have two girls, or two young women. One's the name of Jenny, one's the name of Jolene. I know, easy to remember. Jenny invests $300 a month at the age of 19 for 8 years at an 8% interest rate. Not too hard to understand, right? So it's just for 8 years, and then she stops. Then she's done. No more investing into that account after 8 years. $300 a month at an 8% interest rate. If she doesn't invest another dime until she is 65 years old, when she's retired and goes to pull money out, she will have, because of compound interest, at an 8% interest rate, $2,533,966.20. That's a pretty good deal. Now let's go to Jolene. And a lot of people use this example of starting early versus not, but I'm just going to give you different mindsets, but just listen with this. Jolene also invests $300 a month, but she doesn't start until age 28. And she also invests over a lot longer of a period of time, for 39 years, until she hits 65 and goes to withdraw from her account. Same thing, 8% interest rate, but her time period started later and she went a lot longer. Her end result is $96,071,964. Significantly more than Jenny, but keep in mind, Jenny only invested for 8 years, whereas Jolene invested for 39. When you consider those factors, Jenny had a significant head start, and her interest kept going. She's not too far behind. I mean, yeah, $96 million in comparison to $2 million, but what a lot of money that is. All because of compound interest. Because she started early, she's up in the millions without investing past the 8-year mark. It's a huge deal. And because Jolene was consistent for 39 years, she's almost got $1 billion. No, I'm sorry. She's almost got $100 million, not $1 billion. That's crazy. That's a ton of money, all because of compound interest and consistency. So that's the example to give you guys some idea of how compound interest works. It's investing money into the account, followed by the interest that you earn also earns interest the next year. So if you put in $100 and you get it, let's keep it simple and say you get a 10% interest rate, the next year you have $110. But then the year after that, that extra $10 also earned interest. It's awesome. So that's the short version of compound interest, but then there's more benefits to it as well. Obviously, you're going to get the exponential growth. It's going to skyrocket over the years. It's going to take time. But every year, even if you just invest that $100 and never touch it again, you're not going to get a big reward from that as if you were investing consistently. But if you were to invest in that, put the $100 in the compound interest and not touch it again at a 10% interest rate, it would just keep growing. One year you have $110, the next year you have $121, and so on and so forth, and all that. No, sorry, a year after that you have $221, not $121. Yeah. No, I'm wrong. It was $121, but it builds. I'm put on the spot because I'm on camera. I don't do it perfectly all the time, but it grows constantly over the years until you take it out. That doesn't stop growing. That's terrific. And if you keep investing into it and add like another $100 every year, that's where my brain was going. If you add another $100, then that'll keep going by the 100, and then that'll compound and just keep going up and up and up and up. Then there's the passive income generation you get from that. Because it grows, you can rely on that as a source of income at that point. You want to live within your means. If you're only getting $8 a year, that's not a lot of income. But if you were investing $1,000 at a 10% interest rate at $100 added on, and you keep investing and building on that, that's going to be a lot of money. So you have the passive income generation as well. And then that can go into your retirement savings because, of course, what are you saving for? Well, these examples, they waited until they're 65 to get into it. So big deal for retirement savings as well. So you want to start early, you want to stay consistent, and reinvest your dividends. When you pull money out of the compound interest because it grew so much, reinvest that into something else. Whether it's the real estate market or the stock market or something. Just reinvest it. Don't go spending that money frivolously. Make your money work for you. So I hope that you found this beneficial. If you want more information on all this, you can check out my book, Your Simple Guide to Money Mastery. And I go into detail on all of that stuff in a lot more detail than I can put in a 5-10 minute video, but I'm trying to keep these short because I know everybody lives very busy lives. So I hope this was beneficial. Please like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and ask. Love to help you all out.